Hey guys, Boda here. Happy Friday, Alma.
Happy Friday, Boda.
Today we have that clip of the SSA you did yesterday.
Oh, yes. We finally got through to one. I was itching to insult some scammers.
I know, Alma. You really gave it to this guy, too.
Well, I am pretty sure he deserved it.
Of course he did. Let's get into it.
For calling Social Security Administration Department. How may I help you?
I just got another phone call. Last time I called, you just hung up on me. If I get hung up on again, I'm going to complain to the FCC. This is ridiculous. You're not even telling me what is going on.
Yes, I will explaining you, ma'am. First of all, can you verify with me your first and last name?
Well, my name is Elma Fisher.
How do you spell it?
First name Elma, E-L-M-A. Last name Fisher, F-I-S-H-E-R, like fisherman, but without the man.
Fisher. All right, and do you have any middle initial name, ma'am?
It's L for Luis.
All right, and this is your cell phone number which you're calling me right now.
This is my cell phone number. Yes. And I don't know why this. I'm getting these. Does this have to do with my benefits? I applied about 2 months ago, and I have not heard a thing from it.
I will explaining you what
I
is this call
submitted
regarding.
all of my medical records, everything that I had, and I don't know what is going on. Is this in regards to that, or is this something different?
I will explaining you each and everything, ma'am. Don't need to worry for that. Okay, first of all, ma'am, let me introduce myself. My name is Officer Stephen Watson from the Social Security Administration Department. With
Stephen
my
Watson.
badge ID, my badge ID number, it is A as in Alpha, S as in Sam, number 223005, and my extension number it is 0237. All right.
All right. Okay, so I have
Okay. Now
Stephen Watson, AS223005. That's your number?
Now the reason why we are contacting you, because we have found many suspicious activities has been done on your social security number in San Antonio, Texas. Your
San
social
Antonio,
has been
Texas. Well, I'm
compromised.
in West Virginia.
Your social has been compromised in San Antonio, Texas. So let me ask you that. Have you ever been to the San Antonio, Texas before in your
Well,
entire life?
I've never been to San Antonio. No, I've never even driven. I don't even think within 100 miles of that. I've driven through Texas before in my life. but
Okay, all right.
Not on many occasions, you see. My husband was the one that would drive on the long drives, and well, he has passed about 5 years ago. So, I mean, since then, I haven't traveled at all.
Okay, all right. So before giving any kind of more details about this case file,
Yes,
first of all, ma'am,
is it somebody
I want
like,
to
is it
verify.
some sort of criminals using my information somehow?
I will explaining you, okay?
All
So
right,
before
yes.
giving any kind of more details about this case file, what is the fraud activities? First of all, I want to verify your identification first.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
please verify with me your date of birth and your last 4 digit of your social so we can disclose each and every information regarding this fraud activities?
Yes, of course. It's April 1st, 1959 is my birth date, and the last
April
4 of
1st,
my social is
1959, right?
1015.
1015?
Yes, yes.
And your date of birth it is April 1st, 1959, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and can you please verify with me your current home address, Miss Fisher?
It's 52 Edgewood Avenue.
How do you spell it?
EDGEWOOD, Edgewood Avenue,
Avenue.
Bluefield, West Virginia,
And what is the zip
24701.
code? 24701, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, no problem. Miss. So stay online with me, ma'am, for a couple of minutes. Let me
All right,
check
yes.
this information in my system.
All right. Yes, thank you, dear.
It's a Bluefield, West Virginia,
Bluefield, West Virginia, yeah.
52 Edgewood Avenue, right?
Yes, yeah. I live right up the road from Michael Hunt's wrecking yard. It's one of the largest wrecking yards in West Virginia, I do believe. He comes over for tea every once in a while.
All right, no problem, miss. Which information you provide me, ma'am, that all information is valid information. So I'm able to give you each and every information regarding this case file, what is
All right.
going on your name. So first of all, ma'am, do you have a pen and paper with you? Write it down your case file number.
Well, yes, Stephen. I already wrote down your name here, so I have one handy.
Okay, write it down your case file number.
Yes, yes.
Your
What
case
is it? What
file
is it,
number
Stephen?
is
What's the case file number?
your case file number. It is
Yes,
C
Stephen.
as in Charlie.
So yes.
It's a C as in
C
Charlie,
as in Charlie. Yes.
R as in Romeo,
R
number 746
746, yes.
091.
091. All right.
And you can
And
also write it
you
down.
said that's
My
a case
name.
file number?
That's correct.
A CR 746091. All right, yeah.
And write it down my name, my batch ID number, and my extension
Your
number. I
bitch
believe
ID
you
number,
returned
yes.
right.
I already
My
have
batch
that.
ID number
Is the
it is
AS
A as in
223005?
that's correct.
Yes, I already have that, dipshit, yes.
And write it down my extension number.
I already got that too, dipshit. I have number 0237.
That's correct.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now you don't need to write it down anything and listen to me, ma'am, very much carefully. I'm just
I like to
giving it
write
the
things
basic
down. I like to
info.
keep a good a record of everything that's going on. Sometimes my mind and my memory fails me. Getting older. So I tend to try to write things down,
Now,
especially numbers or names or situations or anything that I may forget.
okay, no problem. I will now. You don't need to write it down anything. Okay, I'm just giving you the
No,
basic
as I said,
information regarding
I
a
like to write
file.
things down just to keep a record because my mind is and my memory is failing me, and if I need to remember something, I like to write it down so I don't forget it. Especially
All
in
right. So
situations
I'm
like
just
this,
giving
where
you
it
the
seems like
basic.
it's very important that I remember this stuff.
Okay. So I'm just giving you the basic information. So listen to me,
Yes,
ma'am, very much carefully. Okay.
I'm very
All
much
right.
carefully. Yes, of course.
Okay. So before we start the conversation, let me inform you that this is the recorded line, and
We
this
didn't start
recording
on a
has
conversation yet, or is this technically the start of it now?
now
No,
start. Okay. Let me tell you.
no,
So before we start the conversation, let
but
me
we already
inform you
started.
that this is the recorded line, and this recording has been used as a page of evidence inside
So
the
when did
federal
it start?
courthouse,
Is it starting
and this
recording right now?
very much.
I'm not understanding you. I'm sorry. You're saying that the conversation is starting now and it's
Already
starting to be
recorded
recorded
line,
now?
ma'am.
Or usually people
Already
tell them
recorded
at the
line
beginning of
from
a
the
call.
social, ma'am. This line has been recorded, already recorded from the Social Security Administration,
Yes,
Department
of
of
course.
Treasury, and the Drug Enforcement Administration.
Okay, all
All
right,
right.
yes. So they're all
Make
recording
sure
it,
that
each
you speak.
individually. So there's 3 copies being recorded at the moment.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
So make sure that
As you know, it's
which
an
you speak
American's right to know
honest
when
and
they're being recorded.
make sure that which you speak
It's against the
honestly.
law
Okay.
not to. If you didn't
And make
inform
sure
me,
that
it's illegal to use.
now, first of all, can you stop? Did I
Yes.
explaining you?
Did you what? Sorry.
And did I explaining you or not? Or you
Yes.
speaking with?
Yes. Go ahead.
And make sure that, ma'am, and make sure that you do not interrupt me over this recorded line till I complete my
To
part.
interrupt
You
you.
will get a fair and chance to speak and questions once I complete
I
myself.
mean, it is a
All
free
right?
country. We can all speak. Yeah. We have freedom of speech here. But go ahead, dear.
Okay. Now, the investigation started when we found an abandoned car on the south border of Texas, and the car contained some drugs and blood traces in the car. Further to the investigation, we found that car was rented under your name and your personal information. There are 2 addresses
Did they use
linked
my
with the
credit card?
title of. Ma'am, first of all, let
Should
me
I call my
complete my
credit
part,
card to
okay?
have see if there's any
Let me
fraudulent charges?
complete my part. Let me
I'm
complete
just
my
worried
part.
now
Okay?
that my credit card may be compromised.
Ma'am, let me
Yes.
complete my part first, okay?
All right.
All right.
Yes. You
Don't
just told me
interrupt me in between.
some information
Or
that was kind of startling.
if you next time if you interrupt me, I will hang up the line. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Well, that doesn't seem very professional of you. Are you even allowed to do that?
All right.
Yes. Go
If you
ahead.
interrupt me next, if you interrupt me, okay, I will hang up your line and I
All
will
right.
forward
Yes.
it this case file to the FBI department.
All
All
right.
right.
Yes.
So you can handle them yourself. Okay.
All right. Yes.
Listen to me.
I'm not trying
The
to be difficult
investigation
here or anything.
started. The investigation started when we found an abandoned car on the south border
You
of
already read this
Texas,
part.
and
Yes.
the car contained some drugs and blood traces in the car. Further to the investigation, we found that car was rented under your name and your personal social information. There are 2 addresses linked with the title of the vehicle. The address in the city of San Antonio was rated by the U.S. Marshal, but unfortunately, there was no one inside the residence. So we have recovered 22 pounds of cocaine, which is an abusive drug, and some documentations from the financial institutes such as a Chase Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, US Bank, TD Bank, PNC Bank, and many more
I do
credit
have a Chase
unions
Bank.
also. And all this paperwork has been under your name, and thousands of dollars has been wired from this bank accounts
my goodness,
locally
none of
and
that was me.
internationally, which completely seems suspicious to us. That is
It
the
seems
only
suspicious
reason
to
the
me as
Social
well.
Security Department.
Oh, who would be
That
doing
is
this?
the only reason that is the reason the Social Security Department has filed a case against you for drug trafficking as
Why
well
would
as
they file
money
it against
laundering.
me?
Now,
I have nothing to
so
do with
now if
this.
so now if you have any questions regarding this case file, you can ask me. I will answer your questions. Go ahead.
Now, why are you charging me with a crime when there's no actual
Because right
evidence
now,
against me? If you're saying that that somebody used my information, you can't ethically lay a charge on me if you know that it's not me. You can't just charge me because there's nobody else to be charged. What kind of nonsense is this? Why am I being charged, especially with drug trafficking?
who is it?
I've never touched a drug in my life except for my medication that was prescribed to me by my doctor. What kind of dipshit would even insinuate such a thing about me?
Ma'am, because let me tell you one thing. Right now,
Tell me one thing.
we
Tell
are
me
not
why
make sure.
my information is being used like this.
Right now, we are also not make sure about that whether who is doing this kind of criminal activities, whether you or whether somebody else.
Oh, well,
It
then why
can
am
be
I
anyone
being
doing this
charged? If
kind of
you're
fraud.
unaware of who's done it, you can only
Right
lay a
now,
charges when you have a
because
sufficient evidence against me.
ma'am, right now you are a primary suspect in this case file. That
Well,
is
you
the
can
reason.
suspect me all you want,
We are
but you
direct.
can't lay charges against me, dipshit. What do you think this is? Some dictatorship, third world country or something? This is a United States of America. People have rights here.
I know you have a right, okay? But right now you are a primary suspect. We are just calling you right now. We are just giving you this information. We are just
You're
averring
telling me
you.
that I'm being charged.
Okay, because right now we are not make sure about that whether who is doing this kind of criminal activities, whether you or whether somebody else. It can be anyone.
Yeah, of
Your
course, it could
friend,
be
your
anybody.
family member, your colleague.
It would
It
not be
can be
my
anyone doing
family
this
members.
kind
Listen
of
here, you
activity.
little
But
dipshit. Don't
right
you
now,
talk about my family like that. My family are not criminals. Your family might be
but
criminals,
right
but mine
now,
are not.
but right now you are a primary suspect in this case. Well, that is the reason we are directly call you and give you this information so you are aware of the situation or not. Okay, all right.
Is your ass jealous of the amount of shit that just came out of your mouth? Because I don't
Ma'am, first
understand
of all,
how
let
any of
me
this even has
calm.
any correlation or relation to
Miss
me at all.
Fisher, Miss Fisher, this is the way to speak with the officer.
Well, I don't know what is going on here. You're trying to say that I am some kind of a criminal,
Let
and I
me
don't
ask
take
you,
kindly to
this is
that.
the way to talk with the federal officer.
What do you mean?
This is the way.
Oh my goodness! Why are you calling me and telling me you're going to charge me? How about you figure out some way to find these criminals?
Because right now I'm told you right now we are not make sure about that whether you doing this kind of fraud or whether it's somebody else. But right now you are a primary suspect in this case file. That is the reason we are directly call you and give you this information. So are you trying to say that you never done this kind of criminal activities, right,
Oh
Miss
my
Fisher?
goodness, you're a real bright one, aren't you? Yes, of course. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying that from the beginning. I have no
All right,
idea who did this. I have not done any of this. I'm
all
in
right.
West Virginia. I'm not in San
No problem.
Antonio.
So are you trying to say that you are the victim of the identity theft, right?
Oh my goodness, of course that is what I am saying. What
All right, no
did you
problem.
did
If
you
you are a victim of
did
the
you take a stupid
listen,
pill this
if
morning
you are
when you woke up with your Wheaties or something? Because you're not getting what I'm saying. You're not picking up what I'm putting down, as they say.
I get you. Okay, so if you are a victim of the
I am
identity
jealous
theft,
of all the
ma'am, so
people who
we
have
can
not
help.
met you.
So we can help you out in this case file. Okay, Miss Fisher, listen to me, all right?
Yes.
So as we found this information, ma'am, we also checked your past records and we found that your banking contained genuine records and your social has no other complaints in the past. So that is the reason we are considering you as a law-abiding citizen. But right now, as we are running short of time and which you have done, I mean to say that
Running out of
what was
time? What
done
you
on
mean? You will take the time that it requires to complete the investigation. That's how it goes. Tell me that there's a time limit on this. What kind of time limit? What is there some kind of
ma'am,
expiry
let
date
me
for
tell you,
for?
if you interrupt me in between, I will not explaining you, okay?
Oh, no, you're not explaining it to me as it is. So what do I have to lose? Listen, if I wanted to kill myself, I'd
What
climb
I'm
your
trying to
ego
do
and jump to your
is
IQ. This conversation is not very effective, and it's not accomplishing anything.
what do you think about? I'm doing joking with you in this point of time. I'm sitting
Oh,
here, I'm doing kidding with you, right? That you're
well,
trying to say that.
Something is obviously amiss because you're not making any sense, and you're trying to say that I'm being charged with something when there's no evidence against me. Lack of evidence
We
is
have the
not
proof.
evidence.
Do you have a proof to prove yourself? You not
You
doing
don't
this
need
kind of
to
fraud
prove. I
activity?
don't need to prove myself innocent. That's not how the law works.
You have a proof.
You moron.
No problem.
Little
If you
dipshit.
have a
It's
proof,
innocent
if you
until
have a
proven
proof-
guilty. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not me.
Okay. If you have a proof to prove yourself inside
Prove
the
what you.
federal courthouse,
Did you just
okay?
not hear me, you
What I'm
dipshit,
trying
or
to
you
do-
got? Do you have shit
What
in your
I'm
ears?
trying to do, I'm just simply fax this documentation to your local FBI department.
Oh,
They
my
will be
local
coming to
FBI
doorstep
department.
right
I
now.
know the boys down there,
Right
actually.
now,
Yeah, so
and
go ahead. Send that down to them.
custody.
Send it down to the FBI boys. I know them very well. I worked in their building
Okay?
for 35
You can
years.
prove yourself front of them. Okay?
I don't need
Front
to.
of the FBI.
Listen here, you little dipshit. You don't know anything about our law system,
You
obviously,
dirty
because it is
motherfucker.
innocent until proven guilty.
Well, there it is, folks. Make sure you set a reminder for tonight's premiere, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like this video and would like to see more, hit like, comment down below, and subscribe if you have not already. Also hit the bell and share, because anything else is just selfish. And until the next one, Boda out.
Boda?
Oh my God. We don't know who is the culprit. Once I remove the virus, your computer will run faster.
You have been scambaited by Boda.